Hello, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. Today we're going to be looking at the last of our two color decks from the March excuse me, from the March release of the beta. This one is kind of one deck I wasn't exactly looking forward to because it was pure tribal. I pretty much preferred the vampires over Merfolk. I found this one to be a bit more, I guess, less interactive, but let's give this one a shot. So before that, we'll take a look at what the deck is. Let's take it easy. That's a bit too fast. So we made a few small changes ever since I made 2.0. So first, I decided to make our deck a little bit more aggressive early on. We got 3 copies of Kumena Speaker. We also have a few copies of Mistcaller here on the sideboard. Nice touch from M19. Speaking of nice touch, then got a few copies of Adventurous Impulse. 3 copies of River Sneak, 4 copies of Silver Gill Adept. Basically, we want to get the aggro early in the 2-drop slot. This is not really a 2-drop. Blink of an Eye is one of our removal spells. Ambuscade is our other removal spell. So we're pretty much aiming more towards go wide, but thanks to cards like Deeproot Elite, we can also go tall as well. Jade Light Ranger and Silver Gill Adept are our card draw spells in the manner of speaking. No Merfolk decks complete without Kumena, so we're definitely keeping him in. Also keeping the single copy of Hadana's Climb. Our goal is to try to get as many +1/+1 counters spread throughout. There are several ways to go around it. Having a buff Forerunner of the Heralds is a good combo with Herald's Secret Streams. So that's pretty much a small summary of our gameplay. As you can see, our mana base is more green than blue, so thankfully we're not dependent on getting islands. Just another Merfolk will do. So other nice additions are 3 copies of Merfolk Trickster. We're keeping the River Heralds boons, though I can easily see this being substituted with more Deeproot Elites. This is the one card I would like more. I just didn't want to spend more rare wild cards. Kept the Deeproot Waters, added a second one because having hexproof is nice. Some decks are not exactly designed to go wide, so we can take advantage of that. And for some decks where they're relying on single creatures, we can use Water Trap Weaver to buy us some time. So we're basically going all in on the creature plan. I guess the sideboard could be adjusted slightly. A few counter spells would be nice. I guess we could make room for Syncopate and whatnot, but this is the one deck I'm okay with. Not too enthused with. I'm not so enthused with this color combination, but let's give this deck a fair shake. And who knows, there might be something more to this deck now. So let's go into competitive constructed and we'll see how well we do here. So pay the piper. Come on, decks, here we go. So as you can see, I made a bunch of monocolored pauper decks. I guess the ones I liked the most were mono white and mono red. I wanted to give mono blue a shake, but I couldn't seem to make it work well on paper. But I've seen some people make it look well, look like it worked. So that's worth a shot. So okay, we got a very decent 1-2 punch. We're definitely gonna run Silver Gill Adept first. So gonna keep this one. Usually concerned if our opponent is sporting a red Planeswalker. So, especially if you're sporting Jaya, probably either an old school player or someone playing red. I honestly have no idea which is which. But at least we got first goal. Now if I see red mana, I don't expect many. Okay, this is going to be traditional red black. I'm already not too happy with the hand I kept, especially if I'm drawing even more lands. So as you can see, this guy's gonna eat the shock. Or is he? Opponent seems to be playing a slower game, I guess. I think he's assuming he has time to catch up. So I'm going to try not to commit Merfolk Mistbinder for as long as possible. So if you're going to shock it, just shock it now. There you go. It's actually Magma Spray. So we saw that. We kind of saw that coming from a mile away. So we're gonna play River Sneak next. Next turn, Merfolk Mistbinder, but I could use another Merfolk. Now this is where all the we're playing Deeproot Waters might be a good idea. We want to play Scrap Heap Scrounger at Hinterland Harbor. I could play the Mistbinder just to get some damage in. We could also just play Ambuscade just to get rid of the Scrap Heap Scrounger, but let's try to put a little more. Let's try to put a little extra pressure. It also makes our opponent have to decide which one to answer. I guess he would answer the Mistbinder first, though. Well, he eventually has to answer both. It's also plausible he can just answer both, but yeah, Magma Spray. So definitely all my hexproof guys are coming in. Okay, you're gonna take damage. See if our opponent got something. Okay. I could just Ambuscade now, but I'm opening myself up to remove. I'm just gonna play Hadana's Climb first. Opponent's gonna have to respond immediately. At least with a deck like this, I'd rather see our opponent expend his hand sooner than later. One reason wasn't too happy with this deck is because if there's anything this deck is soft to, it is mono red. So we're going to have to cut a lot of our main board stuff. At least we didn't try to Ambuscade it then and there. So now we have Jungleborn Pioneer at least. So I'm gonna put it on the Pioneer first. So pass the turn. So I don't think we're going to be able to answer Rekindling Phoenix anytime soon, but if our opponent tries to remove our creature, I'm going to Ambuscade the Phoenix in response. Seems like what that's... Okay. Now if he wants to burn another spell just to keep the Phoenix alive, that's okay with me, I suppose. Oh, he actually is. So opponent had a very good draw at that point. So we're definitely unlikely to win this game. Opponent drew a removal heavy hand. He's probably gonna keep that one in the future. And okay, just say that. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna get through here. So this one's just an all attack for what ifs. Then let's go to the next game. So we need to trim a lot of our fat. We need to bring in a lot of our bigger creatures. So Merfolk Trickster is definitely coming in. Kopala is gonna come in also. Water Trap Weavers, maybe not. Swift Warden will come in. Probably also build in River. Blink of an Eye will also come in. So we can cut the Herald. We can cut one other Herald. Can keep Hadana's Climb. We're gonna keep the Kumena Speakers also. Gonna cut Nissa. Let's see, how many cards do we have in hand? 39, 24, 50. So we need to make 3 more cuts. I'm gonna cut 1 Jade Light Ranger. I'm gonna keep the Ambuscades. That's our removal of sorts. Actually, no. I might just cut the Ambuscades altogether. So we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna put the Deeproot Waters in. I'm probably gonna drop the 1 Forerunner and 1 River Sneak. Actually, I could just drop the River Sneaks for more Jade Light Rangers. We're gonna need more cards over time. So our game plan is to generate as many creatures as we can. But we also need to have ways to deal with our opponent's bigger guns. At least we go first. And we got double blue, so that's the good news. So we're gonna keep this one. So we could Merfolk Trickster if we need to. I definitely want to play Kopala first. If our opponent's gonna burn our creatures, I want him to pay for it dearly. So pass the turn. So this one's on spells cast. So let's see if our opponent tries to carry Zev. Okay, we'll let that resolve. Pass the turn. Probably should. So I'm gonna play Deeproot Waters first. Since we can take our time building our board thanks to this double Jungleborn Pioneer, we'll take the damage for now. So 3 right off the bat. So let's see what he does. He could be stuck in 2 lands. Yep, Scrap Heap Scrounger. So we're gonna play Kopala. Well, we could play Kopala first. We could also play Merfolk Trickster first. And also play Jungleborn Pioneer also, I guess. My concern is if I play Kopala, it's just gonna eat a Magma Spray at this cost. Okay, let's just start building up our board a little bit. So I could use 1 more mana so that I could do a second Jungleborn into a Merfolk Trickster or Blink of an Eye. So let's see if our opponent decides to burn the Jungleborn Pioneer. Goblin Chain Whirler, okay. I actually forgot about that one, but that's okay. So definitely blocking Scrap Heap Scrounger. Now let's give us another mana. Okay, nope, it's another Merfolk Trickster. Let's see if our opponent suspects this. So at least we're not gonna see a second Chain Whirler unless he drops red mana. What's about? Okay, Doomfall. He's gonna reveal. Choose a non-land card from it. Exile it. Okay. So we'll let that resolve. We'll let him decide what to. He could take one of our Tricksters, or he can take Blink. Yeah. No, he took Kopala. Yeah, that's okay. So he's still gonna get the token. So I got rid of first strike, I got rid of this, so I can actually trade. Just okay. There you go. Not the best use. I think the Doomfall is an interesting sideboard choice. I don't know if it's main, but I like it for red black. So our opponent's board is now empty. So that's both our Deeproot Waters, but we now need cards. At least we can blink something if we have to. I would have much preferred to use Merfolk Trickster if on our opponent's Rekindling Phoenix. That would both ground it and make sure it doesn't lay an egg. But that's what the situation called for. What's deciding what to do? I think he might strip another card from our hand. Or just kill Merfolk Trickster. That's okay. Forgot all about Chain Whirler. Kinda strange. So another Hinterland Harbor, so we could bounce the Jungle-born Pioneer if we have to. Well, he knows we have the blink in our hand. He's got tons of gas too, so that's okay. Let's see what he does. He could reasonably just add 2 mana, I guess. Yep, there you go. So let's see what he does with it. Probably a burn spell. Let's play this Jungle-born Pioneer first. So our opponent's gonna be really looking for a Chain Whirler, while I'm looking for Merfolk Mistcaller.
Feel my pain.
Okay, is there gonna be a Chain Whirler? Okay, Mountain. Okay, so we take some damage. We can take care of Chandra next turn. I'm pretty sure he has something in hand. Okay, Karn. More controlling.
I advise that you yield.
Our opponent's... Okay, he can keep the land, I guess. Definitely don't want him cast Doomfall on us. So now we can start drawing cards again. So let's see, got 6 tokens. This is gonna take a while. And he's slightly out of action. I'm gonna hold back on the Jungle-born Pioneer. I can just use the turn to draw cards. I need to be able to rebuild in this event he draws into a Chain Whirler. Okay, resolve that. Vraska's Contempt, Unlicensed Disintegration. Well, if he wants to remove a creature, he's gonna have to pay for it. So Scrap Heap Scrounger resolves. He could buy back his other Scrap Heap Scrounger. I'm also concerned with... Okay. Okay, Jade Light Ranger's good. So is Kumena Speaker. We won't be able to cast all three of them, so let's go into combat first. Yeah, he's got something. Yep, he did have a nice disintegration in hand.
I do not feel pain. It is best if you stop.
So, let's see. Rebuild our board. You know what? Let's just draw into cards. Kumena. Yeah, we're definitely keeping him on top. Okay, this one actually still has hexproof, so... So if our opponent can't remove Kumena, we could start buffing our Merfolk. Well, our opponent knows a Kumena is incoming, so he's probably not... I don't think he's gonna burn Vraska right then and there. Let's see what I do. Make unblockable, draw a card. I guess what I could do is just attack first. Because I'm in no incentive to cast Kumena right now. Lightning Strike. That's fine. So he's gonna save the Vraska's Contempt for as long as he can. So he's digging for Chain Whirler. So we're gonna play Kumena Speaker. Just keep it low key. I could just run out the Jungleborn Pioneer too, but no, let's save it. Because these guys are way too squishy. If I had the Merfolk Mistcaller... Okay. There he is. He's buying his creatures. He's gonna... Okay, he only bought one. He needs to generate blockers soon. We also have to be... But we also have to be very conservative with our creatures. Well, he just needs another Chain Whirler to wreck our day. So far, we're lucky he hasn't drawn into it yet, but that might... Okay, a Braid. Yep, that was expected. Actually wondering what's asking me to tap mana for. But I guess it's nice that it's asking. Actually, I heard some complaints that... What's that land? The Pseudo Cavern of Souls, unclaimed territory. That the interface is a bit weird. If that's your only source, sometimes the game doesn't detect whether you can cast something or not. So Okay, so I just I made it a must answer. Oh wait, but he okay. Let's So he has to answer this one. I only need to send 5 guys. No, he has to answer this one, but he's 1 mana shy, so he has to have another burn spell in hand. Oh, he didn't. Okay, so I'm actually quite happy. We stole 1 win. Managed to kill both our opponent Jaya and 2 planeswalkers. So how do we work around this? Definitely still want to keep that one. I could actually put Miscallers in. And it entered the battlefield and it wasn't cast. So it's a good way to answer his Scrap Heap Scroungers, I guess. Maybe not. Probably put the... We are on the play though, so... Guess we'll just keep it as is. I couldn't really think of anything better. So actually the Deeproot Waters might actually be a very good card against aggro. I think I want to put 1 more of it. Our opponent had to just keep holding on to his removal for our other stuff, and our opponent still had some cheap removal. But I guess if I have a choice, I will run Kopala out first. So opponent's still deciding what to do. I guess that his sideboard plan might be really transformative. We probably should expect more Chain Whirlers at this point. Something like that. Well, I have no illusions that that I am an underdog for this matchup, but it's nice to see that we are able to take 1 game off of it. So opponent goes first. If he mulls, it'll be nice, I guess. Okay, didn't mull, but we got our dream play. Kumena Speaker into Silvergill Adept into Deeproot Waters. Hopefully we could... Well, actually that depends. If we start drawing into more lands, like that, I'm gonna just play the Memorial to Genius first. I want to get some value out of Deeproot Waters. Silvergill Adept, I'm okay playing turn 2. Carry Sev. So... let's play this one. So at least we draw a card off it, even if... And nice, Deeproot Elite. So next turn I can Deeproot Elite into Kumena Speaker. It's still a 2/2 though. Or I can do Deeproot Waters. I probably should do Deeproot Waters first. We'll take the damage. We'll take even more damage later. He's not playing a land, so this is probably gas it. Oh, nope, there's his land. But no gas. Okay, so let's play the Hinterland Harbor. Let's play the Deeproot Waters. I'm not blocking, so let's just attack. Ooh, this might be a different kind of heavy hand. So let's see. Our next play is Deeproot Elite into Kumena Speaker. We haven't been playing. Well, we're actually 1/4 shy, so we can't Adventurous Impulse too. Hopefully he plays something right now so that I feel safe running this guy out. But we have to note that he does have unlicensed Disintegration. You know, the one that's pirated. Also has some Vraska's Contempt, so... But we're probably looking at the Rekindling Phoenix here. Yep, called it. So we need to play this guy. Let's play Deeproot Elite first. So we don't get the benefit from that, but we will get the benefit from this. On target Merfolk. Oh. Should I buff this guy? Okay, I should at least buff this guy. Okay. Decisions, but I should at least buff these guys a little bit. That way, if I try to go the block for Karizev, it's not too painful. So we got the Jade Light Ranger next turn. Technically, he could just block with Rekindling Phoenix. At the beginning of his upkeep, he gets it back and it has haste anyway. He might be afraid I have something like Unsummon. Okay, so colorless, so that's not a Chain Whirler. He's probably gonna go for the Deeproot Elite at this point. Okay. Yep, a brain on Deeproot. We'll take 5. We can deal more, but he probably has something to answer it. Yep, Lightning Strike. So, I have 2 choices. Well, actually, no, I just have 1 choice. Just try not to take too much damage. So, okay. Let's play this first. If we can draw into a forest, I'll play Adventurous Impulse. No, that's an... Oh, I drew into both an island and a forest. Okay. Yuck. But at least I don't have to see those 2 forests. So... I'm gonna take another 5 damage. So we're trying to see if our opponent has removal to kill us. Very likely, considering look at all the lands in our hand. Is it possible that we could have run this with fewer lands? Maybe. Desperately need a creature, and I don't want to crack Memorial to Genius for it. So it has first strike, so that also nukes that other clan. So down to 4. We're gonna lose next turn unless we have something for the Phoenix. Blink would be okay. Okay, I think we're seeing a Lightning Strike. Or another creature. Probably not Scrap Heap Scrounger. He doesn't need it. Unlicensed this... Oh, Karn. Okay, he's gonna dig for cards, but at this point, I might be better off I'm just killing Jaya over here. Jaya Toba. And let's see. Ooh, I don't like either. You can keep the Braid. Okay, so we got a Jungleborn Pioneer, but that's not gonna save us. So... yes. 4, 5, 6. It'd be more interesting if it had hit 4 more. So, yep, we did. Yeah, we didn't win this one, but at least we took 1 game off. So, proof of concept is slightly there. I guess we have way too many creatures in our deck. We really need to slant it more towards removal. Well, okay. Actually, in a weird way, I'm gonna miss carries from Aether Revolt. well, that was a decent game. So, yeah, we're probably gonna do a revisit on this on this one next time. Hopefully, not too soon. So, not so great. One loss. Let's hope the next one is better. I guess we might do better against a control matchup. Yeah, definitely our plan should be to... We have to shore up against aggro. Yeah, it's weird saying that considering we're an aggro deck also, but... We cannot just keep getting run over. Speaking of which, I am not keeping this. I am willing to keep this though. And nope, let's find something else. Actually, we do have a problem here. I have to keep this, but we need an island. And that is the one mana source I have less of. Okay, so we're not gonna get it anytime soon. I guess 2 more lands is okay. Our opponent seems to be mono black. Doom Dissenter. Could be a zombie team. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the most pathetic Kumena speaker you're ever gonna see. So, if we get one more land, definitely Forerunner. Okay, ooh. So, our opponent's gonna use this for a discard strategy. Okay, he's gonna crack that now. Get his card. I probably will discard Blink. We'll just trade damage for now. Let's see if we can get the blue mana source. Nope, but we do get a Jade Light Ranger. I'll take it. Now come on, give us mana. Jungleborn Pioneer. Sadly, I have to keep this. Because it might not be a blue mana source, but it's something we can cast to sort of stabilize our board. Especially if our opponent went out of his way to use Implements of Malice. Let's see what this 4-drop is. Let's see how big it is and how much I'm going to regret it. Okay, maybe not too bad. It's just an Essence Extraction. So... oh, but he's gonna hold back. But he did see it coming though. I think he's gonna just trade it off for a zombie now. Yeah, he's just gonna chump block. Still not too happy with this one. It's more likely that we're going to lose this game if we don't draw into any more land. But at least we get to see what our opponent's doing. So, one attitude that we have is if things are not always going your way, we can sometimes sulk about it and complain, but it's about making the most advantage of what little you get. So, right now, our opponent's making the most advantage out of it. He's getting the win in this game most likely, but at least we're getting information. So, he could swing. We probably just swing back. He's looking at his graveyard for some reason. Okay. Okay, come on. Will you give me land this time? We got land, but not the one that we want. However, I will keep this one on top. Let's play that land. Let's swing with both of these. So the nice... now hopefully I can draw into a blue mana source. Actually no, the way I'm playing, I'm not gonna draw into a blue mana source. So we have to make a decision. We can either just draw and play the Jungleborn Pioneer, or we could just play Forerunner into something else that goes on top, so we're not only losing this draw, but we're also losing the next draw. I have to find something cheap at least, so what's my cheap card in green? Deeproot Elite. Okay, so let's think it through. For sure nothing with blue. So we could use another Forerunner. Deeproot Elite, Jungleborn Pioneer. Probably just get another Kumena Speaker. So attack with this one. So we're both stalled at 4 mana, but our opponent's playing a monocolored deck. Okay, he's not stalled anymore. Opponent definitely has an advantage over us. Ooh, so much removal. I might just have to take the damage first. Well, let's see. If he doesn't kill this one, I won't let it die. Bolts. He only got one back. He's gonna have to discard something. A bit greedy, if you ask me. Resourceful return. Yeah, no blocks. I need that creature to stay alive. So let's cast the Kumena Speaker first. Then let's cast Jungleborn Pioneer. So I can actually just attack with this guy. Then I can save these guys back for defense. At least let's get closer to parity. This one, Forerunner is probably gonna die as soon as he draws into a removal spell. Let's see. He's looking at my... Does he have a Rise from the Grave? That's a possibility if he's looking at my graveyard. Okay, Essence Extraction, so he's gonna off our smaller guys first. Doom Dissenter, that's okay. So I'm just gonna trade the Jungleborn for one Scrap Heap Scrounger. I could trade for... Yeah, you know what? I'll just trade for both. He only has one creature, so he can only bite back once anyway. So not an equitable trade. Now we finally draw into the island. But let's see, do I sacrifice to find something? Let's just play the Mistbinders first. He's got a Chump Blocker now. Let's pass the turn on that one. Okay. So while our opponent is doing his thing, I'm going to check for ticks on my dog. Lately just been a bit of a tick problem, but so far most of them look like they're gone. How are you, Selena? Okay. So our opponent is buying his Scrap Heap Scrounger, so I might not have our murder yet. Ooh, it's got... Okay, that I did not expect. He doesn't have the resources to crew. But that's gonna be an issue. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna crack the memorial now. Let's see if we can get something nice. Command a speaker. Let's get another Forerunner. Let's play another Merfolk Mistbinder. So let's just attack. You know what? I'm attacking with both of them. If he has a response, he has it now. So thankfully, still only one creature. He's not gonna buy back this one. Okay, that's 5. He's gonna hold this back just to crew. Ooh, this was a bit saucy. I'm curious what the opponent's last card is. I have 2 choices. I can just play this Mistbinder now, then Forerunner into another Jungleborn Pioneer. I still have 1 more. Yeah, let's just do it like that. If he has removal, he's gonna use it now. Of course, I could lose right now if he actually does have the removal spell. Okay, he's buying this back, so if he attacks with the Dreadnought, I just block with Mistbinder. If he removes my Mistbinder, then attacks with the Dreadnought, then I lose. Simple as that. My opponent's still looking at his graveyard. Usually if you have it, you already have it. Of course, he could just hold these guys back to crew, but then he has to deal with these guys too. Rise from the grave, he's gonna buy 1 of my creatures back. He gets a Defiant Salvager off the top, so he can block. In fact, if he's gonna try to crew now. If he crews, he probably has to crew with these guys. He cannot Whoa, that's way too much. No, this might be a fatal push. That's weird. Let's go for the off. Okay. Show me what you got. That was very weird. Okay, I'm just gonna attack with everything because it's win or lose at this point. Yeah, that was weird. Our opponent probably was supposed to hold this one back. Managed to crew with everything when he didn't have to. That was. So I guess we can chalk that up to the interface. Now our opponent has a slew of removal, so. So what could we do? Definitely Kopala comes in. Swift Warden comes in. Maybe another blink of an eye, so that we can drop the Herald. We can keep the Ambuscades, I suppose. Drop 1 River Sneak. Let's cut 1 Herald. Sees that. Yep, that's a 60 card deck. I'm thinking this one's a bit of a dud. I'm gonna replace the Water Trap Weavers with something else. Something more control-y. Okay, so not too keen on this one. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm wondering why my mana base is skewed more towards green if I'm drawing all these blue cards. Okay, this is better. Yeah, gonna keep that on top. I'm definitely playing River Sneak first. Our opponent has shown his willingness to use removal at all points, so Let's not disappoint him. The center. Never gonna... Not gonna be chump blocked. So turn 3 Merfolk Mistminder, turn 4 Merfolk Mistminder. But I should expect one of these guys to die. Oh, okay, you have it. Your opponent has a choice. Oh, this one's interesting take. I probably prefer Divest over it. No, Divest just hits creatures or planeswalkers. I guess it's okay. No blocks. If you're gonna remove it, you have to remove it yourself. Let's do the Merfolk Mistbinder first, because he's seen it already. So next turn, Hadana's Climb, we're just gonna pile them all on River Sneak. Unless I can get a Jungleborn Pioneer. Ooh. And let's see what's his other... Let's see what's he gonna cast. Defiant Salvager. Okay, so we get Hadana's Climb but no creatures. That's a very nice sideboard plan. So Botanical Sanctum's not gonna matter, so just play it now. Play Hadana's Climb with nothing to do. So we are looking for creatures now. So we have to... So now that we know our opponent's sideboard, we now know our deck is slightly soft. I guess the other thing we should start putting in are naturalize effects. We're gonna be running into Scrap Heap Scroungers all day. Actually, we'll just put a playset of Reclamation Sages over the Water Knot Weavers. That probably makes more sense. Like right now, where I'm starting to draw lands again. So he can either hit us with 7 this way or 7 this way. In fact, what he can do is hit us first, oh wow! So this is a very nice synergistic deck. I applaud our opponent's ingenuity here. So he's probably just gonna sacrifice the Doom Dissenter now. So our opponent is more creature based. Yeah, we definitely need more removal too. Lots of things to consider. But it does tell us our opponent is a fast deck. So in fact, he can just trigger with these and attack with this one, so we get hit for 10. Okay, he's doing just that. 9. Yeah, he could have hit us for 10. That's okay. With the state of our board, I don't think one creature is gonna make a difference. Yep. That did nothing. Let's move on to the next match. Let's hope that's not our last match. So we definitely want more ways to interact with our opponent. That's something we're kind of missing. Not playing Deeproot Waters because... Let's see. Merfolk Trickster might be a nice effect. At least it's slightly beefier. Yeah, we need to have ways to counter spells. That's probably one thing we missed off the original build. So I'm still gonna keep this, I suppose. I can't think of anything else. This one digs into cards. This one buffs our creatures. Yeah, now that I think of it, why is my deck green heavy if it's with all these blue? I guess it's green heavy just because of the Jade Light Rangers. So let's hope us being on the play is going to give us more of a fight. Again, we're soft on we are going to be soft on certain cards, so we have to keep that in mind. So Adventurous Impulse into Silvergill, Adept into Kumena. Yeah, we'll keep that. At least the nice thing about this deck is Adventurous Impulse is very likely to hit. So Kumena into Kumena. Let's just take the Kumena Speaker. No need to show the Tyrant. Ooh, nice Silvergill Adept. So let's show him. Actually, no, we already showed the Kumena Speaker, so let's show him that. Opponent probably has removal for this guy. Fungal Infection? No. I'm wondering if he was waiting on something. So next turn we can Silvergill Adept into an actual Kumena Speaker. The next turn Forerunner. Oh. Okay, he's gonna make us discard or something. So at least I have a card to discard now. So next turn we can either Forerunner or Kumena. Let's see what our opponent does. At least we know Yahini is some 4 mana. I might even just play Kumena right then and there so that I could benefit from the card draw. Could likewise just play the Forerunner into Jungle-born Pioneers. Let's see what opponent's gonna do though. He's gonna probably make us discard. Yep. There you go. Let's see what he plays next. He's gotta have something if he kept his 7-card hand. Harsh Scrutiny, so we're gonna lose Kumena. In which case our play now would be Hadana's Climb. Okay, yep, that's the obvious one. Let's see. Either we Hadana's Climb or we Forerunner, prep for Jungle-born Pioneer. Probably has another Harsh Scrutiny. Fatal Push. Okay, so he answers that. So he's emptying his hand a little bit. Yeah, let's play the Hadana's Climb first. So at least let's take advantage of our opponent's empty board before he wipes it with Yahini's expertise. Though if he had Yahini's expertise, I'm surprised he decided to just kill our speaker right then and there. Oh, there it is. So at least we can Forerunner into something so we can start rebuilding our board. Death Baron, that's okay by itself. Okay. So let's see. Our opponent could remove this. That's what. So at least Jungle-born Pioneer, I can Ambuscade and take out the Death Baron. I won't be able to use this to make the Forerunner fly. So let's see what our opponent has for removal for this guy. Pacification Array. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. So I might start actually piling up my tokens onto the. Okay, he's gonna use that now, so that means he doesn't have anything in hand. Wait, that's actually weird. Shouldn't you use it when I'm about to attack? Okay. Okay, that was a very weird one. It's a bit greedy too. Scrap Heap Scrounger, that can't block. So now all I have to do is just put this and make it... well, actually, he's probably going to hold back the Pacification Array now. So in which case, my first step is to just kill the Death Baron. Wait. Okay. There's no timing limitation, so... is he just going for damage? Okay, I'll be honest, this doesn't add up. So let's see if I... actually, no, it's combat. Okay, that one was very weird. I have no idea what our opponent had in his hand, but... well, it could be his way of conceding, so... so at least we got one win off of it. Not the best... it's one of the weirdest of wins, I have to be honest. Our opponent could have held back our creature long enough so that we... he could have held it back long enough so that we would be... we would have to commit and maybe even overcommit. So at least we know the deck kind of works. But I'll be honest, I'm not too happy with it. Okay, so I'm definitely keeping this hand. So I'm probably gonna play the speaker first. Okay. Yeah, speaker. So at least we got a turn 3 Jade Light Ranger, something to look forward to. Opponent's looking at a creature like that. Fatal Push. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Okay, so... well, you know what? So I'm gonna hold it back. What I'm actually gonna do is, when our opponent removes Kumena Speaker, I'm just gonna bounce the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Trashing Brontodon. Okay, resolves. If he doesn't attack, it's gonna be weird. Okay, he attacks. Gonna trade. Then we're gonna blink. Okay, so now we can Jade Light Ranger. I would have expected more removal in this deck. So, yeah, library on that one. So at least if our opponent replays the Brontodon, we can safely kill it with Ambuscade. Still curious. These are not the typical cards I expect in green-black. Okay, Llanowar Elves. Trashing Brontodon's up next. Okay. So I'm gonna play the Memorial to Unity. This gives us +1+, but we can't... actually, let's offer the trade. Let's see. If he blocks with the Trashing Brontodon, I can ambuscade his Llanowar Elves, and it's just 2-for-2 trade. Oh, he didn't accept. Well, but he might still have something worrisome at 5 mana. Oh, just another Brontodon. So, this is where we hope that we don't start flood. Oh, this is an Elves deck. Okay, got a River Sneak at least, so... Okay, let's play this first. So right now I'm positioning it in a way to put as many counters as I can. Probably on the Jade Light Ranger. I want to force a trade with Trashing Brontodon at least. So... Okay, so got that through. If I swing, I'm either trading with the Brontodon or the Lieutenant and the Elves. He's probably not gonna trade with the Lieutenant. In fact, he's probably gonna start swinging at me. Okay, I could hold back also, but I'm not gonna wait for our opponent to start drawing in. Luckily, drawing into removal. Actually, I suspect the Black Splash might just be for Poison Tip Archer. Okay. So next turn we're gonna crack Memorial to Unity. The opponent's bought his Scrounger back. Oh no, he played his own Scrounger. He could actually buy it back. So we'd be looking at a lot of damage next turn. He's probably gonna just attack with these two. Okay, so we'll take 5. So let's see what our opponent has. He could just rebuy the Scrap Heap Scrounger. There's really no reason not to. Well, he could do it on my turn, so there's no rush either. So once again, living off the top deck. Probably tap these 3 lands for this. Okay. So let's play that. Let's see what we got. So we're looking for something. We're looking for one of our Jungle-born Pioneers so that we can benefit from Deeproot Elite. Okay. Kumena Speakers. We'll just take the other Merfolk Mistbinder and we'll actually cast that one. So now I have to start spreading it out. I could attack actually with just these two. Well, he might have a... Well, let's see if we can trigger this one though. So we're basically holding the Jade Light Ranger back to hold these guys back. Okay. Wait, it's got something. Pump spell? Blossoming Defense? Okay, that's actually expected. That's actually okay. So next turn, another Mistbinder. Hopefully we can get something, another creature to go with it. Okay, so opponent's immediate goal now is to actually just kill River Sneak. But he hasn't shown anything resembling a removal spell. Okay, he's gone all in. So, let's see. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. He can pump this. Let's see what he's got. Yep. Okay, so he got knocked down to 3, so we have to... Okay. So, okay, Silver Gill Adept first. So we have to now start blocking Torn Lieutenant. Ironically, I might have to actually... Let's see, wait. 5. I can get this down to 6. Okay, this one's the greedy plan. Actually, no, that's it. He didn't deal enough damage. So our opponent doesn't seem to have any removal. That's probably gonna change. But so what would we put in here? This might be a good time for Water Trap Weaver just to buy us time. Looks like our opponent's deck seems to be creature heavy. I guess we'll do just that. Let's put those in. Let's drop Herald again. Let's drop 1 River Sneak. And let's drop... Let's just put 2 in. I'm not too sure about how this... We can actually just use Merfolk Trickster, but... There doesn't seem to be any benefit other than this just being a flash creature. Actually, let's try that. So, okay, so regardless of what happens to this one, this is going to be pretty much our last game for the episode. It's going to be awkward if I lose this one, considering how long this one's been running. Opponent seems to be making a big transformational sideboard here, so he must be making a lot of changes. So that black splash might be more ominous than what it looks like. Now if what our opponent is rocking is Poison Tip Archer, that is something I have to be really concerned about. We are creature heavy, and if our creatures just keep trading down, we're the one that's going to be at a disadvantage. Okay, so yeah, this one... Okay, kind of afraid of this one, but let's see. If we draw a second island, maybe Merfolk Trickster. I'll run the island first, though. Okay, not so good. Opponent's got... Okay, we got our second island on cue. We won't surprise this guy. We might get the jump on something. But I'm expecting this next one to be... Trashing Bronto. I expected more of a Rex Sage, but, well, to be fair... Ooh, Steel Leaf, that's a problem. So... Okay, pass the turn. So we can buy ourselves 1 turn. So we can Merfolk Trickster into Jungleborn Pioneer. No, we have to hopefully hit Forerunner so we can Ambuscade. Well, drawing Blink would be nice too. Okay. So let's tap this guy down. Thankfully, well, if he had Blossoming Defense, at least it's better early than late. 20 10. Okay. Ambuscade does nothing. Merfolk Mistbinder. We really are running it, waiting for Forerunner. I have to play the Jungleborn Pioneer now. If only to at least dissuade the Torn Lieutenant. So next turn Forerunner, next turn we have to Ambuscade. At least we have the mana to do all of this. Well, it might be too little too late if we're not careful. Okay, so we're definitely trading. No reason not to trade. Okay, trashing Brontodon. One's taking a while to decide in between turns. This is... yeah. Or it could just be how the mana was tapped that he's concerned about. Anyway. At least the nice thing about this deck is that everything is kind of linear. Take another Jungleborn Pioneer. No attacks. In fact, I'm not even gonna block the Steel Leaf Champion. If he attacks with the Trashing Brontodon, I just block with the token. If he attacks with the Torn Lieutenant, I just double block that one. We just have to keep the Forerunner alive at all costs until I can hit Ambuscade. Thankfully, okay, he's got his black mana now, so that's... Poison Tip Archer might be a problem. Well, no, if it's a Poison Tip Archer, he would have attacked. Okay. So if he has a pump spell, he's gonna use it now. Okay, no. So kept the token of Llanowar Elves again. Llanowar Elves again. Okay, so here come the Elves. But at least his hand is empty now, so at least I only have to deal with this guy once. So let's tap our mana, right? So I just need to chump this one a bit. I can afford to take 3 damage with... Well, if he's gonna use Chef Oasis, he's gonna have to play his hand out now. Okay. Yeah, I think he's going... well, he could also go for the Scrounger. But even money is in him pumping one of his creatures. Okay, so if he pumps those creatures and attacks with everything, I just block the Llanowar Elves. Okay, he's going for that. He's oh, if he pumps this one, I just block this one. If he doesn't... well, he already paid for it, so yeah, he's gonna attack with everything. So I have to block this one. but I can chump one of the elves at least. So go down to 5. Ooh, wow. So, okay. So Jungleborn Pioneer into another Merfolk Mistminder. So we can hit for 12. I need to hold at least 2 creatures back. Okay, so unless something, okay, our opponent conceded here, so yeah, I guess we're gonna have a continuation of this one. So that's it for this episode. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, I already said that there are going to be many changes ahead, so stay tuned for those. And again, that's it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time.